So, this is me, and I'm going to give you a presentation about making the recycling of e-waste easier and more fun, because I think that's needed very much to improve the recycling of e-waste, which is at a very bad state at the moment, actually. So that's me, Timmy de Vos, and I'm the initiator of the e-waste race, which is the solution to make it more easy and more fun. First of all, I want to start with that I think all the electronic devices that we are using nowadays are beautiful. They're making life so easy. I bring this thing everywhere I can. I'm working from whatever place I can, and yeah, I bring my laptop everywhere. And all of you have mobile phones, and it makes our life much easier. But it also has a downside, because we are so dependent on all these devices, and the rate of innovation is so fast. The rate of disposal is also increasing. And you probably all recognize this this picture. Everybody has this kind of drawer at home or attic where we have way too much stuff. I was just scrolling through some facts, and Recycle gathered some information about how many electronic household appliances a general household has, and where it used to be 52 or something in 2007, it increased it almost doubled in 2012, where it's like 90 something, which is almost double. And it's a lot of electronic appliances we are using, and that also means a lot of electronic waste, and apparently we don't really know what to do with it. That's a pity, because there's also a lot of these appliances that don't end up in your drawer, but are being thrown in waste bins or something, and they end up in huge waste belts in Africa. And there are people recollecting the valuable materials from these devices, because they can be used for our new mobile phones, our new computers, whatsoever. And this recovering is happening at under really bad circumstances. You see these smoke fumes, which are very toxic. They are burning plastics to recover these materials. That's ridiculous. And I think this picture shows really well how urgent the whole issue is, because this shows we see all kinds of materials, and we see how many years left we have of producing these materials. And then you see that within 40 years, assuming 2% annual primary production growth, that the majority of these materials are not being able to produce anymore. So it becomes increasingly interesting to recollect our our materials from our electronic devices. That's becoming more efficient than actually mining these materials, and it's cheaper that way as well. And there's enormous load of initiatives that are trying to promote this kind of thing, but somehow we still see all the electronic devices that we have in our drawer, that we have in our attic, as waste. We somehow don't recycle. They're still laying there, and nothing is happening about it. So why? Why is this thing? Why aren't we properly recycling? I assume that especially all the people sitting over here are very much engaged in sustainability, and they really want to do this. And me as well, me included, but I also have a drawer like that. I also don't bring my stuff to the recycling deposit. And there's good reasons for it. I'm very busy, probably we all are. You're busy students, and you're all working very, very hard. So we have a lot of different priorities. We have our social life. We work, we need to engage with other people, we sport, whatever. So our priorities are not in recycling. And besides that, often we don't know how to do it, where to bring these electronic devices, where can we properly recycle them. And if we bring it to a certain recycling depot, is it being done sustainably over there? Well, I guess a lot of people just don't know. I still have to look into this kind of stuff as well, even though I'm very busy with this project I'm going to tell you more about. And yeah, I guess we all have to admit that the majority of people are just lazy as well. So yeah, that's also a reason for not recycling. So what do we need? I think we need simplicity. Stuff needs to be easy, because this lazy guy, which is the majority of people are just lazy. If it's not simple, it's not being done. We need motivation. What's in it for us? I mean, if I take the effort to go to the recycling depot, I put effort in it. I have to put my energy in it, and I don't get nothing in return. Very often I even have to pay at the recycling depot to get it recycled. Yeah, that sucks, especially knowing that there's valuable materials in there that companies want to have. I mean, kind of strange. And information, like I just said, we apparently don't know where we can take our devices or where it's done properly. So we lack information, and it also has to do with our priorities, of course. You read the stuff you're interested in, you engage in the activities you're interested in, and you don't observe or you don't observe information that's about recycling if that's not your primary goal or your work or whatever. So we need incentives. First of all, I think this is the primary, most important thing. It needs to be easy. If I have to drive a few kilometers to take away my trash and then have to pay for it, sucks. Ain't gonna do it. And I think while we're at it, we can also make it fun. There's way too much stuff in this world that's already so serious. We have jobs, we have to study, and everybody's being so serious about it. I mean, what are you doing? Oh yeah, super interesting, and you always, there's way too many people around you where you have to engage in super serious conversations, especially people you don't know yet. And then you think you have to at least start seriously to find out within a few hours or maybe within a few weeks that these people also just want to have fun. So I think fun is very important. And while we're at it, we can add a bit of education. We lack information, so we need educative part in there. And for me, I really like kids. I used to work in Crete for a while, for 2 months, and there I was doing animation work with kids. And well, that's the future. That's the people that are gonna. They are the victims of all our climate change things, and we know the stories. But they are also the new generation that can make a change. So I think it will be really cool to educate these people about how important everything is. And then there's a social aspect to it. I don't want to do, or well, I do want to do, but I don't. I'm less likely to do something good for somebody in China than for somebody I know, for a relative, for a friend of mine, for my neighbor. So I think there's a social aspect to it. And I try to combine all these incentives and make one idea out of it, and that's the e-waste race. And that's what I'm going to talk about now. I'm going to explain what this thing is and how I combine these things to make recycling better, easier, more fun. Imagine you have a broken appliance, a television in this case. How easy would it be, us being behind our computers like 24/7, how easy would it be if I could just put it online? Just say I have this television, or I have this broken phone, or I have this electric toothbrush, and you can put it online. And you can also put a date where you want it to be picked up. That would be pretty nice, right? Well, then if you have put it online, a kid in your neighborhood from the local school sees that you put this thing online. That looks something like this on the website that we're building. And if there's something nearby, they actually only get these emails when something is offered close by, and it's all technically covered. And then they can click this thing, hey, this is nearby, I want to pick this up. And then they see which address it is, and they go there, they pick it up. Yeah, super easy for you. You don't have to do anything, you only have to put it on your site. And then these kids are racing against each other to collect as much of this e-waste as possible. And this is the fun part, huh? I mean, the kids are racing against each other. It's a game, it's a contest, it's a race. And because I have this online platform where people are dropping their e-waste, I can actually keep track of which school is doing best. So if I log in to my account, I can see, hey, we're ahead of this other school. Awesome. And this thing, that's like the trigger for the kids to collect as much as possible. And another trigger is that they can win a school trip to Nemo, which is sponsoring this ID, which is pretty awesome, I would say.
What is that?
Nemo, that's a technical education center, more or less, where they showcase all kinds of cool technologies, modern technologies for kids.
So like an interactive museum?
Yeah, it's a science museum.
Okay.
So that's the prize eventually. And because everybody wants to win this race, the kids have the incentive to share this idea of the e-waste race within their neighborhood. So that's the social aspect of it. You have to tell your neighbors, you have to tell your family, but maybe you can also have a little course in class where you make posters which you can hang in your local football canteen or something. So it's happening on a really, really local scale. You are engaging your neighborhood to put their stuff online. And then where are we right now? I'm starting a pilot within a month. Half March this pilot is starting, and it's taking more or less 5-6 weeks till half April. And I'm doing that with 10 schools. For all of these schools I provide 1 hour introductory course where I tell them how important recycling is and how they can make use of the website that's being built. And yeah, well, this pilot is actually already going a bit too well, because there is a lot of schools applying to take part in this race, and I only have limited time to go to all these schools. So yesterday was actually the first day that I had this dilemma of having to cancel the school, which is yeah, it's not really nice, but it's a positive dilemma since it means that that is getting a lot of attention. And then what's next? I am able to put up this this whole pilot because I got money from a contest I engaged in, and this money got in the website, and that's where how I'm realizing the pilot. But then afterwards, I want this thing to happen next year as well, and maybe the year after. And then I don't want to do it with 10 schools, and I want to do it with 50 schools or 100 schools. I want this thing to grow and be sustainable. That's what I really, really want, and that would be awesome. But yeah, to do that, there's still steps to be taken. There's a business model to be put up, and yeah, that's more or less what I'm doing at the moment. And then this e-waste race thing is how you want to ask a question?
Question just regarding that, like, do you already have like a rough idea or something how to generate at least enough profit that you can sustain the thing? Because now it's completely dependent on external sources, I guess.
Well, there is different things I'm thinking about, but depending on the pilot and the results from the pilot, I'm way more capable of yeah, making proper estimates. So there could be a way of getting money from all the e-waste I collect, but then I have to engage partners that can yeah, take care of the back end more or less. So I do the collection, and they can make sure it gets to a proper recycler and get money from it. whether that's a proper business case, I still have to find out. And it also depends very much on the amount of e-waste that I'm able to collect with this idea. So that's a thing. But there's also, because of the educational and the social effect, there is other parties that might be willing, interested to fund this. Think of municipalities, maybe over, how do you say, bigger organized educational systems that promote sustainable education or whatever.
Or even companies that, I mean, it sounds bad, but like in terms of like greenwashing, that want to show, okay, we do something for the environment.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
But it's money that makes something good happen, so
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, no, true. So that's actually something I want to put a lot of effort in the period coming, which is a very important period, and well, that's more or less where we are right now. You want to ask?
Finish
Yeah,
first.
I'm almost done. So, and I actually want other people to engage with it, to make this thing grow. First of all, I would like people that are willing to share ideas, and that's why I'm also here, to share ideas with you and then get ideas back. And yeah, maybe other people that want to engage in this thing. I'm still so open to a lot of things, and if other people are really feeling the idea and want to engage with it, I'm super open to it, and we can always have a talk about how this should look like, what it should look like. And then, yeah, that's more or less what I'm doing right now.